Hi, my name is Cody and I am a filmmaker. Aside from filmmaking, I do other things. I work in After Effects for titles and things like that. Or general compositing, also in Photoshop or Illustrator for drawing things, photo manipulation. And I did that for a while, and that was a lot of fun. Also, I've done different graphic art things. Aside from designing tattoos, I've also worked in trying to design T-shirts and other sorts of visual mediums.
What do you see as the role of the visual arts in our mass-mediated world, and particularly in your profession?
From painters of old times to up to now, they've very much mastered the way of how to light and how to shade things properly, and that translates a lot to film as well. So.
With new communications and media technologies, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or a negative influence on our industry?
I think it's a positive influence, personally, especially with the indie filmmakers like us. With examples like YouTube and Kickstarter, it gives us a platform to compete with some of the bigger budget movies. It gets our work out there faster and almost instantaneously. People can see our work that we've done just by a simple upload onto YouTube, and then say if you wanted to have funding for a bigger, better project, you have Kickstarter for an actual audience that would go, hey, yeah, I would watch that. So I think it's a positive effect for the indie people, but it's kind of a negative effect for the bigger studios, because they're going to have to start competing with the independents.
What popular images do you see frequently rechanneled throughout the entertainment industry?
That have been reused in the industry a lot, I think would be I think Mona Lisa, that's been popularized a lot in film. So has the creation of Adam. That one's been done or been shown at least a lot. So I think those two and the Statue of David, some of the I would say those images from past times at least have been recycled and reused quite a bit in modern TV. Nighthawks, as well as it has been reused and parodied and everything like that, because I've seen people, I've seen that image at least with several different celebrities in it. So.
Are there particular images that this industry has popularized or created?
Movie posters like Jaws that have been created and popularized, and people recognize those things, the posters for say The Mummy or something like that from way back in the day, with even Abbott and Costello and guys like that have, the really early stuff that has been popularized, and now we see it redone and parodied and things like that. So. Created, however, I would say, pick your choice of any movie, because that's essentially, that is a visual art form as well.
Who is one of your favorite visual artists and style of visual art?
If we're talking about visual art and just as a whole, if I'm thinking paint to canvas, pen to paper, that kind of thing, my favorite visual artist, I guess, in that aspect would actually be Banksy, who's the graffiti artist or street artist, or whatever you want to call him, who does the huge murals on buildings and just makes really interesting artwork that generally has something to say about some social trend that's happening. As far as filmmaking goes, anything that's just very over the top and cinematically amazing. I don't know.
How has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process?
So highlighting and shading in the artistic world has been translated now into film, whereas we use it as light and shadow, which is essentially the same thing, but we're actually setting up lights and controlling it, and they're drawing it in or shading it in to make it darker in certain places. So that's essentially what we're doing with with lights and with controlling devices and all that